This is kind of what we've been seeing from the Valiant over the last few games in this hero pool. I like the Ashe Sombra look. I think when Sombra is good and effective, you should always kind of bring her into the lineup, right? EMP is just so devastating. Same with Hack. Gladiators here at the start, maybe they're just trying to like manufacture a pick with that Birdring coming out on Ashe and the Kemser kind of peeking on the Widow. Maybe they'll switch off of this though. Let's see. Do they play Ashe Widow here? No, they'll play Sombra Ashe here.
They have a symmetric TP, and that would be theoretically to avoid, like a defensive Widow getting an early pick as they push out a spawn. Still, KSF has already gotten into the back line of the Gladiators as they try and set up for a push. Kemster on the hunt now. For what exactly? We're not sure. Birdring has led him off the chain, and he's going to cause problems. Almost takes care of KSP in one hit. Lucky both players have mercy pockets. OG's down, has to be resurrected here, Matt.
Yeah, it looks like he potentially either got slept or he with a biotic grenade and then hacked as well. And they try and stay in, go for some more kills. They lose KSF as you see Space going in deep. He'll take out Dreamer as well.
Dreamer's able to get an extra kill there as he backs away, chased down by Space. But this is anything but clean, right? Space and Kemster are sat there. There's still high ground control for the Valiant. Not one kick yet for the Gladiators. Kemster has to reveal himself to contest. It doesn't look great. Probably doesn't feel good for him either as he tries to go back for a health pack and is removed. Space is able to get reseated though. So there is a silver lining for the Gladiators who are still trying to keep the pressure up.
Well, Kemster went to go hack the health pack to give it to him and Space. And KSF just popped up right on top of it and interrupted the hack, and then they were able to take out Kemster. But the res comes in. It's been a little bit chaotic the beginning of this round on King's Row. As Gladiators have played fast and loose.
KSP. Safe positioning for him. A lot of early damage in there. It is. Chance goes down. That was Dreamer on the follow-up. The way was definitely paved by KSF, and now Dreamer gets to have a little bit of fun. Yeah, Dreamer was like, I don't know, some sort of modern art that I really wouldn't spend any money on, but people are kind of weird these days with that. Brady has a self-destruct here, and OG attacking the high ground. Should be enough healing here, but Rain is actually the one focused down right now. OG goes down to a bob that was used on the point.
Yeah, the Bob goes down to contest, and when OG is trying to just get out of harm's way, the Bob just puts a few shots and takes him out. But another res comes in, though, for the Gladiators. As the Gladiators probably want to try and fight on the point, an EMP of their own, but that'll be KSF with an EMP. Early nano boost here on a Dreamer. The Valiants are cleaning it up now.
Dreamer has to be careful. Stabs can cause him problems. That is a hacked health pack, and they're just trying to keep him away from it. Dreamer almost losing a 1v1 to him. And Ana has to use his shield rather creatively to make sure he doesn't get biotic grenaded in the process. The Valiant are still in control, Matt. It's about a minute and 15 seconds left in the round. And it's now up to the Gladiators to secure a really effective EMP coverage.
I was going to say, watch if this EMP comes down for the Gladiators. Potentially you get like a Bob to the point and then a self-destruct from a Gravy to knock people off. See how they play this. This will be Bob sent in for both teams here early on.
The hack on Shad there, so a little bit less killing, no biotic grenade or sleep possible. Space goes in there, and he's going to have to go for a resuit. He's happy with that. He's created a lot of space on the court himself. Now he's going to turn his attention back towards McGravy, who gets hit by a defensive biotic grenade from Lastro, who, by the way, has a nano boost available. Both artists have those ultimates. Dreamer gets the Valiant nano boost, as OG gets hit. Two electric monkeys running wild, and Birdring goes down, so KSP is the only Ashe alive presently.
And beautiful positioning there from Dreamer to get right in between the Mercy and the Ashe. So the Mercy has a very difficult time getting out of harm's way. But McGravy holds on to the self-destruct all throughout. This KSF, he'll have another EMP. You may, with the way that KSP plays, get another Bob, but it's looking like the Valiant's going to get a hold on the headshot on the Shaz. That's a 4-player EMP. Birdring goes down to the self-destruct. Beautiful defense from the Valiant.
Nice. Picture perfect execution, Matt. Starts off with just a stunning headshot from KSP on arguably the most important target in that fight. Then a 4-player EMP in the self-destruct combo. Now for the Valiant, it's a matter of just putting a ribbon on it and sending it off. She's about done. And that'll be a very convincing defensive hold on King's Row. Something we just don't tend to see at all between teams that on paper look evenly matched. The Valiant make a very strong statement here, and map 3 is one they have their eyes set on.
Well, something that we haven't seen from the Gladiators from really outside of that map 1 was the pressure onto KSP, right? Map number 1, OG in space, were able to get into the backline. They were able to control the point, which then they also kind of push up control the sight lines. Since then, when we went over to Havana, right, the Valiant's able to break on through with a lot of nice kills from KSP, and then that time when he's playing the Ash up on the high ground, he's pretty much free there the entire time. Like, takes a few shots from Bird Ring, right, but knows not to overstay the angles, like risk the chance of getting, double shot by Bird Ring with the damage boost taken out. So if you're gonna allow, we've seen this with a bunch of teams, you're gonna allow KSP that type of space and give him time to set up and get these angles, eventually he's gonna break your setup, break your team. We'll see if the Gladiators can put together a good defensive hold here, though, on their end.
KSP here towards the end of that round. Look at that sleep dart. I mean, this is why he has so much space. Now, if that Winston isn't sleeping, KSP doesn't just casually take Bird Ring's head off. In fact, he probably dies there. So, got a lot of love for the Valiant's tanks and supports right now. Especially Dreamer, by the way. Just I don't know how he survived in some of those situations. He had an unbelievable round with 8 final blows and 2 deaths, only beaten by KSP's 9-0. The Valiant are fired up right now. All we're going to do is get just a little bit more than 1 tick on this point, and they're going to come out with the Ash and the Sombra up against the Widow for Bird Ring.
And no mercy in play for the Gladiators. They'll go with Lucio Batiste, so...
They're playing double shield, so... maybe why. Oh, this could be bad for Kempston. Did he translocate here? He did. He can't get away.
Yeah.
Dreamer catches him, and that is a nightmare beginning for the Los Angeles Gladiators now. They're missing their Sombra, which means the KSP is going to have much more freedom now to set up wherever he pleases. And the pressure starts to mount. Dreamer heads to the high ground and forces Bird Ring out of position, and KSP is looking very safe here. Coach guns himself away from the scrutiny of space, but that Sigma shield is down. He's got to resort to the kinetic grasp now, and desperately the reinforcements are flooding in for the Gladiators. Getting rid of Dreamer's a good start, but Los Angeles have lost Bird Ring.
Right, they lose Bird Ring. OG just trying to get the shields out in front of KSP. Same with space. They're just putting so many different pressure on from different angles, but still, no reason to panic if you're the Valiant, right? Dynamite damage here on OG. Dreamer will push up. You just need about 45% on the point to win the round, so win the map.
44.9, you're dead right, Matt. The Valiant almost got themselves a 1 tick, but look at them just slowly easing into position. They lose KSP here, but he's brought back into the fight. Okay, Big Goose almost gets caught out there. That is a very nice accretion from space to keep his Lucio alive. But Dreamer has a primal rage. He can now stick to these targets. Bird Ring's going to jump out of the window in the enemy territory now, and it looks like he'll be focused down by Dreamer. There was no real escape for him anyway. Not anything that was good enough. He knocks him out of the mortality field. Dreamer, what a monster! Sound barrier, desperation from the Gladiators, and nothing more than that. Completely dismantled by the Monkey Magician. Nicely done by Dreamer, and the Valiant take their second map.